question. What happened to all the nice gays? Like, where did y'all go? Because
Welcome to another episode of J Inclusive. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and set your notifications on so you are alerted every time I upload. Controversial and occasional mean girl, Milan Christopher, rapper, model, and reality TV personality, best known for being the first openly gay male cast member on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and most recently appeared on Zeus Network's Bad Boys, where he came across pretty likable. In collaboration with FleshJack, in 2018, Milan released his toy line, including an eggplant and a butt sleeve, and since then has ventured into the OF space, where he's been teasing solo content for a while. But now he's gearing up to release his first official scene, which brings me to bisexual content creator YoDaddy968, who took to social media with this message about a recent interaction he had with Milan. Asked him how to make a toy, and this all dudes be worried about. This why the community never really thrives. Nobody wants to really give advice. They just want to pass through and say they had you. So apparently, when YoDaddy reached out to Milan about business, Milan responded with, "Can I get some D though?" Once Milan got wind of YoDaddy putting him on blast, he co-signed this tweet. Google is literally free. People want handouts instead of putting in work. Then get mad he asked for eggplant when you're on the internet naked getting smashed by trans. To which YoDaddy ignored and came back with, "Now my fans coming through. Y'all want the toy. So help me figure out how to make one. Cause these dudes gatekeeping and love to say how other men are broke." Mental illness in the Black and LGBT community collectively. This why other communities thrive. Since Milan has his own toys, he could have given him the contact information of the people who assisted with his. Because while Google is free, since the dawn of time, humans have advanced partially due to us relying on one another. Now with YoDaddy reaching out for business reasons, why would Milan respond talking about X? Could it be, since Milan just filmed his first collaboration, one could argue that he might have been inquiring about working together, and that was his funny response. He tells YoDaddy how to get his toy made, and in return, he films a scene with Milan. I honestly think it was miscommunication, and YoDaddy should have used this opportunity to gain knowledge and make money by filming a scene with someone who has a way larger social media presence. But this little mix-up brings back memories of dealing with mean girls. The ones who always mask everything as shade. The ones who just stare. The ones who want to be the only gay. The ones who pick their friends based off looks or their possessions.
I love your dog.
Oh, thanks. I call him my son.
That makes sense. I can see why.
You know what's one thing I cannot stand? A gay guy who makes being mean their whole personality. And of course, it's been spoken about enough, but as a person who's experienced it firsthand too, I wanted to speak on it. I understand having strong boundaries. I understand not wanting people to play in your face. And I understand a lot of successful gays, a lot of the times when they were grinding and building themselves up, no one was there for them. So it may build a better attitude, or I'm gonna show them attitude. But sadly, it ends up having the opposite effect than you wanted to have. You just end up looking like an a-hole. Because it's one thing to stand up for yourself, but to just, out of nowhere, just be shady for no reason, unprovoked, or look down on other gay guys because they don't have as much as you. It's just unnecessary, and I know when you're doing it, you feel confident, but actually you're coming off as severely insecure.
Hey, come in.
Thanks.
Why are you okay with being friends with mean gays? Why are you okay with that? Think about that. You know you have a friend in your life, a gay friend in your life, who is legitimately mean-spirited. Everyone says that they're mean. Everyone keeps coming up to you and be like, "Oh, your friend is kind of mean. Your friend's kind of a bitch," and you don't say anything. Why are you okay with being friends with that person? There's a guy in my life who I think is really hot. I think he's so cute. And we've hung out a few times. We've gone on a date. We see each other out all the time. It's always good, kiki, fun times. We'll make out a little bit. But there's something always holding me back from like moving forward with this guy, right? And the other day I saw him out and I was like, I just had to say like, you know, you have really mean friends. Like you're really sweet, but like the people you hang out with are like really mean to me. He had a birthday party. And I went to his birthday party, and it's intimate. There's like 12 people at this party. And 2 of his friends acted like I was completely invisible. I would walk into a group of like 4 people talking, and one of them would literally just turn away from me and walk away. I'd walk into a room, both of them would leave. I was like, I've never spoken to these people before. Never once spoken to these people before. And they're just like okay with being super mean and like dismissive to me, the only black person there, to me, in such an intimate setting when I'm there to celebrate their friend. You know, and it's happened multiple times. So I've had to come up to the guy and be like, I finally had it. And I was like, yo, like the reason I'd love to hang out with you more, but the reason I don't is because your 2 best homies are weird and mean. And the thing he said back to me, he goes, oh yeah, everyone says that, like you, like whatever. And I was like, dude, if everyone says that, why are you still friends with them? If everyone says that to you, if everyone says your friends are mean, if everyone says your friend is a bitch, why are you still friends with that person? Why have you not sat that person down and been like, hey, what's going on? Why does everyone say you're a bitch? What's going on? How can we alleviate this rumor that you're a bitch? I see the best in you. Why are you, what's going on? You know, I equate it to like someone being racist. What if like 20 people came up to you and said, oh, your friend is racist? Would you just be like, oh, that's how he is? No, you would sit him down and be like, yo, what's going on? Why does everyone think you're racist? Or you would not hang out with that person. But for some reason in the gay community, we think it's totally fine to be friends with a fucking bitch. Listen, I used to be really mean. Like 15 years, like I used to have people coming up to me constantly being like, yo, the first time I met you, you were actually really a bitch to me. And that happened so many times to me that I had to stop and be like, yo, everyone thinks I'm a bitch. What is going on? And I had to do some internal stuff, meditate on my own self-worth and what I wanted to put out into the world. Until now, I don't show up like that anymore. People don't say that to me anymore because I've worked on myself. And it took people constantly coming up to me like, hey, the first time, like everyone's first time story with meeting me was that I was a bitch to them. For like a 10-year span, someone would come up to me and be like, I'd have a really lovely conversation with someone at a party, and then there'd be a lull in the conversation, and then they'd be like, wow, you're so sweet. The first time I met you, you were such a bitch to me. And it took so many of those times happening to me that I was like, yo, I don't want that to be the thing that's happening to me, right? And there are people out there that you know right now, that you know in your friend group are the people that everyone's like, oh, that guy's an asshole. Why are you still friends with that person? Why have you not sat that person down and had a conversation with them? What's going on? You would if people were saying that they were racist. If people kept coming up to you and being like, yo, Johnny's racist, and they said that 20 times to you, you would be like, what's going on? Let's sit our friend down and have that conversation. We don't need to be bitches to each other anymore. We don't. It's a survival tactic from when we were young, and we thought that there was a scarcity of resources and a scarcity of love, and we need to be bitchy to other gays so that we get all the love, right? That's not real. We don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to be bitches. We don't. So, like, talk to your fucking friends. Because, like, your bitchy friends are the reason you're not getting laid, to be honest. I've looked at so many guys on Grindr and be like, that guy's really hot. And I'll scroll and I'll see a photo of him and his friends. I was like, but he's friends with those guys, and those guys are assholes. So, yeah, let's all get it together for Pride.
Oh my god, you guys came! Thank you.
Yeah, so sorry. We have to go,
But don't be too hard on yourself,
yeah,
okay?
you've only been acting for a few weeks.
I don't know what parent, sibling, or relative need to hear this, but if you are raising or you're around somebody who is going to be gay, who is gay now, who acting feminine or whatever, love on them. I promise you, love on them. That's the best thing you can ever do. Y'all hating these men for being who they are, even men, women, whoever. Y'all hating them for being who they ultimately gonna be. Their story is already written. The best thing for y'all to do is to love on them and allow them to be the best thing that they can be. Gay, straight, pansexual, whatever they gonna be, let them be that. Because what y'all not realizing is after y'all, they are operating in these people in this world who was raised on love and, you know, moralities and values and all of that. And y'all raised them on survival and hatred and stuff like that. And the people who wasn't raised on that, they have to feel that from these people. Like these gay men, these people are so, they mean, they nasty, they hostile, and they on defense because they was never raised on love. Y'all, if you have a nephew, if you have a son and you see some feminine tendencies in him, let him be be who he's going to be, because he's going to be that with or without you. But you don't want to raise him when he has hate in his heart. That's why these DL men, they hate these gay men, because these gay men are ultimately living the lives that they wish they can live. You get what I'm saying? Or they try to live vicariously through the gay men who was raised on love, you know, good energy, good morals, you know, and just respect and just happiness. These men are miserable. Y'all are making these men miserable. Y'all made these men miserable. These men are hurt. They are disrespectful. They're nasty. They're mean. Their attitudes is shitty. Like, it's disgusting. I'm so glad my mother let me be who I was gonna be. You get what I'm saying? You know, my uncles and they probably chastised me until they realized that Dre gonna be Dre. And I'm the best at whatever y'all thought I was gonna be. I'm the total opposite of that, and I'm the best at whatever I turned out to be. You get what I'm saying? I'm very successful. My heart is pure. I got a good spirit. I'm operating on morals and values. I treat people how I want to be treated, and then some. If you are raising or you are around somebody who's gonna be gay, feminine, whatever, let them be who the fuck they wanna be. And I promise you, the best thing in their life will be you, because you let them be. You'll feel so much better being a part of their story, knowing that they was able to operate on love and value and not like, because they operating in other people. And when they operating in these other people, they are treating them like dirt. They treating them unhumane. And it's a fucked up feeling that it's coming from you, ultimately. It's not cool. And I hate that. And like, y'all, let them be who they gonna be. I don't know who watching this or why this video came across your screen, but let him do what he do. Instill morals in him. Let him do it in a different way. You know, you ain't gotta be overtly gay, or you know, you ain't gotta do shit with no morals. You ain't gotta do stuff with no values. You don't gotta be nasty with it. You could hold yourself to a high standard and still be who you gonna be. Raise that person, love on that person. You get what I'm saying? But these people who y'all are raising and operating on, oh my God, they fucked up. Y'all fucking them up. And yeah, I hate it for them. I hate it for y'all.
You guys need someone to take a picture for you?
That'd be great, thank you.
What I don't like as a gay man is for another gay man to automatically just give me his ass to kiss. Like, a lot of gay men actually are very rude and mean to other gay men. For whatever reason, I don't know. I already don't have a lot of gay friends because they either want to fuck you or fight you. And I just want to be your friend. Like, I do. But a lot of y'all make it so hard to just be your friend. Y'all really do, and I don't understand that. And for you gay men that just automatically have an attitude and just so rude to other gay men, just because we're in the same space, you want to be rude to me? I don't understand that. Because I didn't fuck your man. And I didn't do them ugly ass braids that you have in your head either. Like, you mad at the wrong person. You need to be mad at your hairstylist, boo. I'm literally the nicest person that I know. And if you're my friend and you come across this video, don't comment on that. But no, seriously, us as gay men, whether you're white, black, orange, Indian, Mexican, Latina, all that, we need to do better as a community, because we already have the whole world against us. So it doesn't make sense for us to be against each other. Like, the sense is not being made. So I hope if you're a gay man and you come across this video, I really hope that you do better moving forward about being nice towards other gay men, and stop befriending these other gay men just to fuck them or do some sneaky shit and fight them, because it doesn't make sense and you look stupid. And honestly, being mad at another gay man just because y'all are in the same space, or just because, you know what I'm saying, they may look good or whatever and you're insecure about yourself, it's giving you need to get your shit together and you need to think more highly of yourself, period.
So when did you take those photos?
On my profile? Last week.
Wow, a lot has happened in a week.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that like doesn't get the like obsession with like gays like giving mean girl energy? Like, I don't get, like, where do y'all get that from? It seems like every time I come on TikTok, I go online, even in real life in a lot of spaces and circles too, like, y'all get a constant kick out of like body shaming people, calling people ugly, making fun of people, acting like you're above other people. Like, I don't understand where that mindset comes from. Like, I'm not saying don't be confident, but like, what's with the the mean gay, mean girl energy? Like, I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's appealing either. Like, whatever happened to hi, hello, how are you? My name is, like, what happened to treating people with respect? And what really blows me too about gays in specific, like doing the whole mean girl shtick, is that like a lot of y'all were bullied in school, are not treated well in society or in a lot of spaces, and y'all fix your face to come online or go into circles or spaces and call people ugly or like ostracize them for how they act or they look just because it's different than you or what you prefer. Like, isn't this what you've gone through? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I need the mean girl gay shtick to end, like, in less than a business day.
Yeah, I mean, we would never not try to not purposefully not come.
Yeah, you're always trying so hard, and we hope someday you can...
You know, gay guys really need to realize that throwing shade is not how most rational, normal human beings interact with one another. I had the weirdest situation that just happened. So there was this young gay guy that apparently ran into me on some rooftop in Miami, and I will never forget the interaction because he told me, when I told him that the particular rooftop that I was at in Miami is one of the most beautiful places to see the sunset, he said, oh, well, I think that this is just the most beautiful place that you can see a sunset. So it's just this deeply shady interaction from this young gay guy, like for no reason whatsoever. I never forgot it. He actually runs into me at another rooftop here in New York City, and basically sort of engages in that interaction again. And I told him I never forgot that particular interaction because it was so shady. And as he tells me why it's not so shady, he then proceeds to be even shadier as I am trying to give this person an out from the conversation, from all of the shade that he's throwing. And then he asked me to do some silly talk show that he's doing. So the point that I'm making is this: gay guys, you don't need to be shady all the time. Most people that are interacting with each other in public, like, or in a friendship level, are not just walking around being shady with each other or cutting each other down all the time. So young gay guys need to stop that.
Yours giving?
Yeah, definitely.
What?
Being a black gay, you realize so many things about the community. I quickly realized how judgmental some other gays are to other people who are in the community. Baby, if you want to talk about, like, how harsh we are with one another, you can't even write a book about it. Make that a biography. It's crazy how I moved away from a city. I'm happier now. And most of the people I was around were. So, like, anytime when I would want, like, I guess not try to fit in, but anytime I would, like, want to join a friend group, no joke, like, other gays would look at me like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, no, you don't belong here. Or, like, not say it, you know, verbally, but you could just tell, you get the fucking vibe. Like, I would go out to clubs, gay clubs, and there would be so many, like, groups of gays, and they'll have their little, you know, squad, whatever, and they'll just, like, eyeball you. They'll just fucking eyeball you. Or they'll, like, mean mug you, or, you know, they'll just look standoffish. And it's crazy because anytime I would actually talk to my other friends about it, like, who were gay, they wouldn't even understand what the hell I'm saying. They would not ever understand what I'm saying. And I think that really just saddens me about the community. It's just like, yeah, we're supposed to be so together in the community, yada, yada, yada. But honestly, we have our own judgment we have our own judgment. I'm just gay and I like men. Let's just go back to that. I'm gay and I like men and I like...
I come inside at 8 p.m. They say the text you will be out. 100 for your fucking nail. 200 for your fucking nails. You really know this is the way.